Hey, today I'm going to be making a track only using saw waves on the NORD drum. I might use Ableton's wavetable as well, but everything that I use will just be a saw wave form. Okay, here's what we got. A saw wave here, just a plain saw wave at the top, sort of like a bassy thing. Same thing, just a quarter step up, and I just have a little bit of distortion on them. Both of them, okay? Another saw wave, and then I have the second oscillator tuned up a fifth, so I've got sort of like a cowbell thing. This is just a saw wave, and then it has ring modulation distortion on it, so it's like a sine wave that's modulating this. I don't know what the f this is. What is it? It's ring modulates the output of the sine wave that can be set to different frequencies, creating anything from subtle vibrato to rich bell tone. So we got that sound. Up here, I wanted to get something that was sort of like a hi-hat, but I don't know how to do that with a saw wave. So it's just sort of tuned up really high, and then the same thing. I have a ring modulation distortion on that. And then this one's opened up. It sounds kind of like a gong or something, but I have these on a mute group or a choke group. All right, I'm gonna see if I can make something with this, and we'll take it to Ableton and see if we can make it sound any better. Okay, I got a performance over into Ableton. On the top here, I have the MIDI from the NORD drum, and this is just the two low end notes, and I have it supplemented with a kick. That's what it sounds like. All right, and then here is the low end. Okay, and then here is the high end here. Let's take a listen. Let me move this down just a little bit so we can see what we're looking at. There. Okay, and I've already done some automation in here. To start here, if you take a look, the high-end track, I have a drive send set up. So it's just a send or an aux channel, and it has a pedal with a little bit of distortion. I have an auto filter just rolling off some of the low end, and then it is going into Soft Tubes R1, and it's just a very, very short reverb time reverb. And I've got this going pretty much through the entirety of the track for the high end, and you can just sort of hear it's going to be. Cool. And then together with everything else here, this is what we've got. Whoa, aggressive. Okay, so for the low end, I have a drum bus, just a little bit of transients turned up here so that we can hear the hit, give it a little bit more of a click. Cool. We're just going to go across with all of the different automation that I have so that you can hear it. I have a very short delay, and it's just sort of ramped up at this part here. It's creating this sort of robot-y sound to me. Here's without it. Here's with it. And then on that, I also have it going into fuzz distortion type thing. And then it's also going into this room reverb as well to create this effect. Here's another one. All right. I'm using the reverb here just to give this a little bit of movement, make it a little bit more interesting. So you can hear this first hit, it's on, and then it's off the second hit, back on the third hit. So it's kind of like this sort of movement. And then I also have it ramped up here, and then for the second part of the track, it's just playing through the whole duration of that part. Cool. Same thing, I just have a drive send here, and I just have it at a couple different places to give this a little bit of energy. Let's go down to the high end, and we'll turn this on as well. Right at the beginning here, I have just a little bit of delay. It's just a simple delay to give this a little bit of energy. You'll hear it here. thought that was kind of cool. Another room reverb on this track. Same thing. I have this sort of ramp up, and then during this second part, it plays through, or it's opened up for the whole duration of that. Also in here, I've got a delay send, and I just have it, it's sort of creating this 16th note sort of sound. Cool. I've got another short delay here. Sounds like this aggressive thing that sort of smashes in here, and I have this at the end for each one of these drum fills. It sounds pretty cool. And a drum bus at the end just to give this a little bit more punch. And what I added here was just for this I just have a cowbell, which is also a square wave. I made that with the PWM Malevolent a couple of months ago. Sounds cool. And then just a little bit of automation here. So I've got some things like, I think I've got a glitch at the very beginning. Let's take a listen to that. Cool, cool, cool. Before each of these, moving into these other sections, I also have a drive on the bus just to give this, a master bus, just to give this a little bit more energy. Okay, that's pretty much it. If you get a chance, do me a favor. I dropped an album a number of months ago called Precipice, and it's 90% NORD drum. And if you get an opportunity to listen to it, I'd be super grateful. I got sick this week, so I'm just glad that I'm alive. So anyways, I hope that you have a great week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.